Hey y'all, Sarah here, and we are back again with Deathmark. So this episode we are trying to get a good ending, and so I'm going to be fast-forwarding mainly through most of the game, and I've already played up to the Hanahiko fight, as you can see. In order to get the good ending, I'm pretty certain we have to make sure that everybody lives, and so the only way to do that is to make sure Tsukasa survives. I'm pretty certain we got a good ending for all of the other ones, because I don't think we murdered anyone other than Hanahiko, considering all of our partners survived and all that. So we're just going to go through his thing so we can see what the good ending looks like for him. As you'll recall, last time that I was here, we accidentally murdered him with like salt water and flares and stuff and all that, but I'm pretty certain it was supposed to be salt water, and I was supposed to give him lipstick here, because I just shot him with fire. Because the salt water is supposed to, like, cleanse and purify and all that, and then, also weaken him. But the lipstick might bring him around, give the good, child what he wants to be able to, like, dress up and be pretty and wear lipstick and skirts and all that. That's what we were supposed to do. And I murdered him before. So now we're back, and we can do good this time. The vines, hit with the salt water, quickly stop moving. Hazy darkness, I can see Hanahiko's face, twisting in pain. I'm sorry, I'm going to make it better, I swear.
How mean. Are you going to tease me now too, mister?
He starts sniffling as if he's about to cry. He looks weakened. Don't worry, I'll cheer you up. How are your feet, spirits? See, this was the shit that messed me up before. Because I didn't know that I was going to murder him. Defeat a weakened spirit by using specific items. Choose an item based on the info you've gathered. You only have one chance! Think carefully. We took out the lipstick. I put the lipstick on Hanahiko's lips.
What did you do?
Hanahiko is weakened. Is that me? Crap. What else do we got? We have the mirror. Look how pretty you are! Don't stab him. Open an umbrella. Let's try that. Sheeran points around here and mirror at Hanahiko. I love how he's just like, whoa! Take it! Take the mirror! I turn the hand mirror toward him to make him look at the lipstick. He stares at his reflection.
This is red stuff. I've been looking for this for so long. My keepsake from my mom.
All of these are these memories from when he was alive? Oh my god, I was so mean to this kid. He smiles with his red lips.
Am I pretty?
So very, very pretty, my boy. Or my girl, whatever you prefer. The spirit melts into the darkness with a smile on his face. I don't see Hanahiko anymore.
We won, didn't we?
Yeah. Kinda hard to believe, but looks like we did. I brought Tsukasa again.
Mister, look! My mark disappeared.
I don't remember his voice. Tsukasa excitedly flashes his left hand at me. I hope that's the right one. It's true, the mark is gone.
What about yours?
Oh, yeah, my right hand. Nope, it's still there. Certain bitch gave it to me. I'm going to have to deal with this for a lot longer than you, kid. So there, mark exactly the same before. Why isn't it going away?
Sorry, mister. It's almost dawn. Am I going...
Oh, no, am I going to die? Oh, no, you'll be fine.
Ah, I found you. I started feeling better all of a sudden, and then my mark was gone. So you beat him, right? Yeah, but his mark hasn't vanished. Let's head back to the mansion. Mary might know just the thing to do. Yeah, you're right. Let's go, mister.
Tsukasa leads me away. Aww. See, this is why I love this kid. You're so sweet, huh? Tsukasa is feeling in his pants pocket.
I don't have my house key. Did I drop it somewhere earlier?
He glanced back at the school as troubled. His glance back at the school is troubled.
But there's no time for that now. After all, you could die.
Go on.
Huh?
Just make sure you're back in 5 minutes. Go, get moving.
Oh, okay, I understand.
Ugh, I'm feeling some serious PTSD right now. Tsukasa runs back into the school.
Jeez, you do know we're in a big hurry.
And you do know it's dangerous in a haunted school where there's still a ghost on the second floor. You know, just sitting that little boy back in there. Tsukasa shrinks in the distance until they disappear inside the building. Bitingly cold wind whips past me. It's coming from the school. That's not normal, especially for the start of summer. The wind dies down out of nowhere. I get a really bad feeling. Should I let Tsukasa go back inside? No, you should not. He has to live. 5 minutes pass. Tsukasa isn't back yet. It was all good.
What's Tsukasa doing in there?
We better check. It's just a fake out, just like with the light, right? Then step inside and go down the hallway. Make it all the way in front of the room where we fought Hanahiko, but he's not there. I don't see Tsukasa anywhere. Strange. This should be the place.
Mister?
Oh, my baby boy! Oh god, I didn't expect to feel so emotional about that.
Don't scare me like that. I nearly blew my safety whistle. What are you doing here?
Being so happy, my child. You're late, so I'm looking for you.
Oh, very sorry about that. It's dark, so I took more time. If only you lent me the flashlight, then we wouldn't have had this problem.
That's a smart thing to do. He seems sorry enough, but man, he's as impudent as ever. I'm so relieved. A huge weight lifts off my shoulders when I see he's okay.
Come on, let's go.
Yeah, I am. We all climb into the car and head straight to Kujaman. Oh my god. So happy to see him come back. Seriously, that was traumatic, though, to start with. Yeah, we're safe. I'm pretty sure everything else is going to be the same from this point on. Mark, right, blah, blah, blah. I'm just going to fast forward.
Mister, we'll just tell Mr. Mashita about everything. Please go see Mary.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm sure the conversation's probably normal. All that. I don't think we have any issues to worry about from here on out with this. I'm just going to fast forward. Whew. Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down my spine. I think that was supposed to be Hanayome. And stuff. I don't think her arms were that long, though. I know her neck was super long. It looked like she had the bride dress, but were her arms long? Look at my picture. Her arms look normal in the picture. Yeah. Not at all. I'm perfectly happy and fine, and you can go to hell. Alright. So, I'm assuming we will probably get some extra stuff, right? Let's see. Optimistic for a girl, blah blah blah, always carrying toy makeup with him in his pouch. Post-incident scholarship article, Mr. A lost child fire, he designed most post principal. Yeah, let's refresh here. And is moving out of H City. A man of importance in the area has been plagued with slander that has affected his family. Some rumors claim he is a pedophile or question his sexuality. These horrible accusations ignore his human rights. Bullshit, he was an asshole. An article on the boy's background. After the missing boy's mother passed away, he was placed in an orphanage with an ED on the end. Having no other family, the two were extremely close. A neighbor shares. One day, the boy wore his mom's makeup to show his friends, only to be teased and bullied by them. His mom rushed up with her mirror, had him look in it, and told him he was cute. A million people disappeared between when the boy went missing and when the school closed. Among them are the boy's homeroom teacher and that woman I saw in the underground room. There's a theory he may have sought help from adults while he was being abused, with no success. After death, his anger, despair created Hanahiko, the spirit that attacks adults. Alright. Pretty sure that was normal, right? I don't think... Ah, right, we gotta talk to Mary. Sorry. Yeah, rest. I don't have anything to do. I don't need your permission to sleep. And our screen is nice and blue, so I'm pretty sure we are all good. Alright. So, now we have all of that good, and I'm grateful, yeah. I'm not going to say I prefer children over you. It's stuff. Plus, I'm not as sketched out by you anymore, Machida. Seriously, though, his entrance was just so weird. Crawling out from under a bloody bed in a room full of skeletons in an underground room. Hidden from sight. It was weird. And my other son. So happy. She said, I'm son. Anywho. But yeah, I'm going to fast forward through the rest of these, try to get these out of the way as quickly as possible, and hopefully, before the day is over, I'll be able to wrap up the good end. And stuff, which I doubt will be much different from the bad end. I just don't think things will go as terribly as, you know, they were meant to. Or not meant to, but as terribly as they did at the end of the last episode. I'm just very happy that Tsukasa made it out alive, because he kind of shaped everything and stuff. If he... Let me take that out of my ear. Because if he hadn't died, I don't know how far I would have gone to do everything right, because I didn't really get as attached to Moe. I was just kind of trying to keep sensible distance between her, because they were really doing the creeping on the teenage girl thing hard with that first chapter. You're coming, buddy. All that, and so, you know, I didn't get that connection with her. And Machida creeped me out the first time around, and so I, like, really connected hard with the little kid, because I thought, you know, these were going to be our partners and all that for the duration of the game. I didn't know we were going to be, like, switching out people and all that. Everything, so yeah, it made a big impact on me. I think that our main little buddy just ended up getting offed in such a brutal fashion in the first episode. Not episode, but first chapter. And that, you know, the ghost was already such a tragic figure. It just felt like we fucked up huge on both ends of the spectrum with it. Everything, and so the rest of the game was just like, I gotta do what I gotta do right. No matter how terrible the spirit was. Yeah, there has to be some kind of good that comes out of it, right? Everything. And so... No, don't beat it. Don't beat the trash can. Alright. But I will continue forward, and I will see you guys at the end of the game. Okay, so just fast forwarded through the entire game again. And I will admit, I used a walkthrough just so I could get through it a bit quicker and all that. But, I mean, I've already beaten everything, so, like, it's not cheating. All that, but we just killed Mary for the second time. May she rot in hell this time. Everybody's alive and well and healthy, and hopefully everything will go great. So apparently playing the game on fast forward with a walkthrough is about, I want to say 2 hours-ish? I wasn't timing myself, but I'm looking at the clock, and I think it was about 2 hours. I did go to the bathroom and everything, so who knows. Anywho, did I really do it? I hesitantly looked down at my right arm. I'm sure a lot of the dialogue's going to be the same here. And the mark is gone. But it should hopefully be a little different. I did it. I finally did it. I have to say it out loud to convince myself. A victory at the expense of Saya's life. I can't claim it's completely over, but there's no harm in being relieved for now. Fog cloud, my head clears away. My memories slowly return to me. Look around the dimly lit hall again. Know this mention well because I'm the other Cujo. I am not actually Ed Sheeran. I am what's-his-name Cujo. All that. I'm going to skip here because, I mean, we already saw this on the last episode. Skilled ancestor, yeah, blah, blah, blah. It starts with an M, I think. Voice recorder, push play button. And we hear our own voice. Masamune, yeah. And so I'll just skip over that. He did what he had to do. He had to cleanse the spirit. He had to take the risk of the time period for her to heal and attack and all that to try to seal her again. It's very, very understandable. We get it. All that, yes, I had died, but it needed to be done. Otherwise, you know, she would have just become more powerful. Everyone would be dead anyway. I am Ed Sheeran, but I am also Masamune Kujo. I understand why he felt as if he had to do that. It was his fate. The Kujo family are forever linked to the cursed doll. Freaking Mary, man. Cannon soldier and fantabulous. But again, this is still something that's kind of confusing me. 2 months pass, the occasional cool breeze signals that summer's almost over. I've spent my time putting the case of the mark to rest as best I can. It still bothers me that he, like everybody else, they get their memories back, they're back to normal, and he's all like, I'm a different person than the person that I was, but I have that person's memories and stuff. I don't know if it's because he was affected by it for so much longer, an extended period of time or something, but it's kind of weird. I put Sai at rest by burying the rabbit and contacting the surviving mark bearers. Putting the Buddhist statues in places of honor was also one of those tasks. They weren't connected to the mark after all, but I couldn't just leave them there. It felt wrong. Plus, there was no way Christie'd keep quiet about the statues, so with her guidance and Yasuka, Damon, and Banshee's help, I carried the broken statues out of the shelter and returned them to H Shrine, where now everything is nice and peaceful, for real this time, hopefully. By now, my memory has completely returned. Things didn't quite go as originally planned, but at least the danger has passed. I don't think my decision as Masamune Kujo was wrong, but at times, waves of powerlessness and despondency overwhelm me. When I think of the victims of the mark, and of Saya in particular, my chest hurts. I want to do something for them as the new head of the Kujo family. It would just really be Saya and the guard, though, right? They would be the only real victims now, right? About the memories I've regained. I became the Kujo family head 7 years ago. I'll admit, I was a bit of a recluse. Of public appearances to Saya, preferring to stay out of the spotlight, blah blah blah. Followed me, looked at newspapers, extensively, traveled. We know this. We know that you ran away for a bit. I had no idea that Mary's power was far greater than I imagined. All my efforts to suppress her power were completely useless. My memories unraveled faster than I thought. Blah, blah, blah. How did Mary come to be in the first place? We don't have any answers to that. One theory says a doll maker from the 19th century used magic to create her. Another says the spirit of a young girl who died prematurely took up residence in the doll. In the end, it's still a mystery. No one knows what happened to create a doll like that. What evil went into it. We only know that each of Mary's owners died tragic deaths. We'll stop owning her. Although, really, somebody should just, like, forever destroy her. Can we, like, throw her in a pool of holy water or something? Somebody call the Pope. Shortly after the turn of the 20th century, she came to be owned by the head of Kujos. Well, now, come to think of it, she is a Western doll on a Western-style couch with blonde eyes, or blonde hair and blue eyes, not blonde eyes. And maybe the church would be able to help here. Maybe the Japanese can't do anything with it because it's not a Japanese spirit. You don't go about doing like the Shinto charms and all that like you did with the cannon soldier. So maybe we need some Catholics in here. Alright. To be owned by the head of Kujos. You either didn't know of the curse or simply didn't believe it. Disaster began befalling the family. I gained enough power to become sentient, produce spirits, and she is responsible for the shelter, blah blah blah. Whoever Mary's true identity is, blah blah blah. An update on the surviving Merc Bears. Here we go. This should be a little different this time at least. Libby became a part-time writer for her favorite magazine. Yeah, we already know this one. She sometimes comes to Kujo Mansion to interview me about spirits and ghosts. Tsukasa, our little surviving baby boy. Tsukasa Yoshida is studying every day for the middle school exams next year. He bragged in his letters to me about how well he did in the national mock test. He's writing us! Oh, I'm so proud of my smart baby. Alright, Satoru Mashida brought me a drink. Like, he bought me a drink. like he promised. Seems like he's becoming private detectives. Okay, so the rest of these we should know, so I am going to just kinda... Sorry, buddy. You became a baseball player. You began writing exposés about all your affairs. Your parents reconnected, kind of. Not really. You're trying to get a job, I think. You're doing great as an idol. You're continuing to be a magic person of the supernatural. You're studying the shelter. You're trying to get the shelter memorialized, I think. Look at his. Build a memorial, yeah. And Banshee, good old Banshee, has returned to the underground shelter and, you know, bums around with us sometimes. I wish they had never written that line about his sin. That's just like ruining bread for me right now. Of course he comes to beg for food. And he deserves it. He saved our asses. He can get all the food he wants to his dying day. Now then, I finished my break and returned to the workbench in this corner of the room. Now this should be our true finale. Over the past 2 months, Mary has managed to repair herself. Her power hasn't completely come back yet, but she is still extremely frightening. The ninjutsu alone won't be enough to continue sealing her powers in the years to come. I must prepare extra spiritual measures. It's taken a long time to get those ready, but today I finally finished. And we should be allowed to go through with them. Once everything is complete, I replace the ninjutsu inside Mary. Whew! Finally, it's over. I pick Mary up and put her in the wooden box. 5 years. This all started when I opened the lid of this box. Mary stares up at me from the depths of the box. I have no idea if she's aware of what's happening right now, but there's no doubt she'll regain her powers when the ninjutsu wears out decades from now. I'm determined to find a way to destroy this cursed doll before that happens. Until that day. You need to stay asleep, Mary. Is there anything we can really do to purify her and release her soul into good, like the rest of them? I'm thinking no. Alright. And we got the... We got the credits last time. I don't think they're gonna change. Alright. Well, right? I thought you might... And now... A lot of time has passed. You my DLC? You my DLC? I think this is the DLC. The muted chirping of insects gently drift along a breeze that enters the mansion. It's cool enough to sleep through the night again. It's nearly autumn after all. Shall we tell him it's spring? I stare out the window at the unchanging scenery without really seeing it. So this is a couple months later, I take it. Or maybe a couple weeks. It was at the end of summer before, right? Clouds in the distance rumble with thunder. As if on cue, a chill Do you mean chilly wind? A chilly wind brushes up against the window pane. Chill wind? I don't know, that just doesn't blow off the tongue. Rain again, huh? I comment because otherwise it feels like I'm in a dream. It's as if a stranger is speaking. I stare at the leaden sky. Even though I'm resting in a chair, I feel like I'm somewhere far away. When I shift, I see out of the corner of my eye a stack of books piled on the desk. Some were pretty difficult to get my hands on. But I don't feel like reading them anymore. I could read all of them and none will give me any type of clue. That's all I've learned after all this time wasted. The longer I try, the further away it gets. That thing sleeping in the wooden box. Where are you keeping the wooden box? I head downstairs to make myself some coffee. There's a sudden knock at the door. That hollow sound doesn't bring back good memories. It used to signal the arrival of new mark bearers to the mansion. But that's in the past now, right? I swing the door open. Standing in front of me is... Moe!
Hiya!
Moe Watanabe.
Is now a good time, mister? Oh, if it isn't, just tell me and I'll leave you alone.
Yeah, it's fine. Moe flashes a carefree smile and steps inside with a pep in her step. Just her presence makes the place feel less gloomy. With a start, I realize that Moe isn't my only visitor. Tsukasa, my son! It's been a while. I'm sorry for coming without contacting you. Tsukasa, this is rare. Why are you here, my little pumpkin?
It had been a while since we met up, so we talked about what happened. And obviously the topic came to you. So I told him that I'd visit you a lot and that he should come with me. No big deal, right?
It's kind of inconvenient. I was just getting bored. You guys will liven up the place. Of course I don't mind. I was just getting bored.
Yeah, I figured as much. You seem the type with time on your hands.
Okay. I haven't seen the both of them together since the mark. I'm always come by sometimes for interviews and the like for an occult magazine. But this is the first time I've seen Tsukasa Yoshida since then. I wasn't really concerned over him, but I'll admit I'm relieved to see he's alright. How do your entrance exams go this time?
I'm glad to see you're well. Have you gotten a chance to relax?
I have. But aren't you busy with entrance exams? Do you have time to waste doing this?
Breaks are important. As an adult, you should understand that.
Yeah, you're right. You tell him, buddy. I glance over to see Moe staring at me. What is it?
It's just, I'm working hard at my job too. You don't have anything to say?
Oh, I know you are. It's only natural to work hard. Don't catch a cold. Don't catch a cold seems like it. Can't think of anything appropriate, so don't catch a cold.
What? It's obvious you're clueless. Don't force yourself. Not that I'll gain anything by having you praise me.
I'm sorry, I should have been nicer.
But no way am I a match for Tsukasa. He works crazy hard. He was first in recent mock tests.
Good for you, buddy.
That's only natural. After all, I have a goal.
You do? I've never heard him mention it. What's your goal, little buddy? Or maybe I should say I never expected him to say he has a goal. You have something you're trying to accomplish?
My parents were lawyers, so I was thinking of entering the
judicial profession. I want to be a lawyer,
but
was thinking, huh? Has he changed his mind then?
Wow, that's a cool dream. Jurassic, so you like dinosaurs too?
I think you misheard him. That or I completely butchered something. Whatever. Tsukasa's glare is full of contempt.
Not Jurassic, judicial. Golly, I can't even talk. Ugh. As in working and dealing with the law. Are you really in high school, Moe?
I've never been at a loss for words before. I've never seen Moe at a loss for words before. Whatever.
To be honest, I'm not sure. Now I'm not sure. If possible, I'd like to ask you for your opinion, mister. Is that alright?
I don't mind, but I'm kind of surprised. Who'd think Tsukasa would ask me for advice?
That incident I was wrapped up in started it. Now I know there are so many incomprehensible things in the world. I'm considering going into science in order to
elucidate that? God damn you, child, stop! Alright, I love him, though. I love him.
But my parents, I feel that it would be difficult to tell them.
Dude, you'll be a scientist. I doubt they will have any problem with that. Like, if you were going into, I don't know, the ghost hunting profession, maybe. But scientist, doctor, lawyer, I'm pretty sure that's the top 3 for any parent. I see, that's what's going on. It's a serious predicament, not really. You don't seem like
someone who has much in the way of work experience. But what do you think I should do?
Tell them now. Think it over first, reconsider. Don't reconsider. Tell them. It's difficult to say. If you really feel like this, if he's given the idea serious thought, then it would be better for him to tell his parents. Parents only want their kids to be happy. They'll support him if that's what he wants. So that's why I tell him.
I see. I hope my parents think the same way as you. Thank you very much. I feel a bit better now.
I have no idea if my advice if my advice was really helpful. I feel like they're misspelling things here and there. Or not, but Tsukasa bows politely to me.
Great, you good now? Your future's bright, unlike that old guy here, so don't worry so much. That's not true. I'm sure he also has a bright...
They both look at me.
Nope, can't picture it. But that's what makes him approachable. So he's good to vend to at least.
Do I not have a bright future?
But there are definitely things that only he can do.
Honestly, I can't think of any myself. I mean, you can be the one to put a creepy doll into a 50-year sleep, so... I think it was 50 years, right? That's how long it's supposed to be, I think. I can make a good pot of coffee, but that's not really what they're talking about.
I mean, there's that doll.
Tsukasa falls silent. It seems my expression gave me away.
Have you not made much progress?
Nothing I can share at the moment. I've researched everything I can. Mary's tri-identity is as elusive as smoke. I still haven't managed to find clues. So, I'm taking a bit of a break right now. You know, breaks are important and all. I'm glossing over it. But to be honest, any sort of tension has vanished. My rest hasn't relaxed me. It's more like I'm a balloon that's lost all its air. If I was risking my life and facing death every day, it might be different, but right now my determination to move forward that I had back then is gone.
That's so... I'm sorry, I had no idea. Then it might be best for you to rest and relax a bit. How about a trip to improve your mood? You might get a good idea.
I'm about to reply to that when... Oh, more visitors! What kind of special occasion is this? There's another knock at the door.
Who could that be?
Yes, who is it? Moi calls out playfully like she lives here and skips over to answer the door. I'm coming in. Let's see, the brusque voice belongs to... Machida! Did you always have this smooth jazz theme music, Machida? I don't quite recall this sound. The ex-detective, Satoru Machida. Hey, what's all this? When did you start a daycare? Shut up. I'm allowed to have all of my sons and daughters in this house. Everybody's welcome, Machida, including your bitch ass.
Huh? Mr. Machida, why are you here? Did you come to see us?
Moi's clearly excited, but Tsukasa is collected as he bows politely. My good polite baby.
I'm in your debt for your help back then. Still, I'm surprised. I didn't think we'd be able to meet here.
Machida gives an annoyed shake of his head, a very creepy-faced annoyed shake. Heh, I'm the one asking why you're here. Damn, we're going in circles now.
Don't lie, I know you're happy to see us. You're always hiding your feelings. Oh, but what a huge coincidence! We've got everyone from the Hanohiko case back together again. This is totally destiny.
I'm sure nothing bad can ever happen with this crew. I feel conflicted seeing her innocent smile. If everyone's happy after such a horrific event, then maybe it'll fade quickly to memory. Everyone, huh? In that case, one being is missing. A certain bitch doll. He mutters as he glances at a spot in the room. It would be best to change the subject. Where is her box anyway? So, why are you here? I have something to ask you first. He answers me with a question, like usual. Sheeran, you told that fortune teller about my office, didn't you? Does he mean Tawaka Yasuka? Yeah, might have come up while I was talking to her about Mary. Why do you have to go and do that? Now I'm drowning under investigation requests. Wait, does that mean...
Are you a private eye, Mr. Machida?
Moi butts in, her eyes shining. She's not timid, I'll grant you that.
Wow, I guess you'd be pretty good at that. Oh, if you get an interesting job, bring me along with you.
Even Machida can only blink at her innocence. And this is exactly why it's annoying. Still, when I think about it, Machida's complaints don't make much sense. How could he be disadvantaged by my sharing his info with Yasuka, who's incredibly famous? He himself said he was drowning under requests. I bet they're all supernatural requests you can't do shit about. I only told her about your outfits. What's wrong with that? Getting job requests is good, isn't it? What detective hates too many requests? Plus, he only just started. Even if he's insanely talented, there's no way he's already overwhelmed. What? Let me look at that again. Even if he's insanely talented, there's no way he's already overwhelmed. Well, if he's insanely talented, he wouldn't be overwhelmed. You mean if he's not insanely talented? I don't know. It depends on what the request is about. The one I just got is the worst. Did he just hesitate? Machida? It's your fault that this happened, so Sheeran. Yes? I'm going to have you help me. Help you? Wait a minute. What are we talking about here?
Can't you guess based on the context? I believe he's telling you he wants your help with a detective job. Well, I can't really picture him working as a private eye, though. Now, if he were to investigate a supernatural phenomenon, that would be Ooh. Wait, don't tell me. This worst request ever that you got.
We all hold our breaths and stare at Machida. Exactly. A spirit might be involved. It's a good opportunity. This is what I heard from that old fortune teller. Little Red Riding Hood, Chapter 6. That is the one on the cover. The special edition box cover thing that I got. No, this is totally for real, I swear. I think I saw something real bad on the that Love Hotel street the other day. You heard about that Red Riding Hood girl? Hotel. That rumor about people disappearing after entering that Love Hotel in K-City. Not an H-City? Oh my. On rainy days, this girl stands by the road like she's trying to get customers. Anyone who goes in the hotel with her ends up missing. And here's the kicker. Eventually they're found, but their heads are so messed up they can't even remember their names. Some end up dying in the hospitals, and others jump in front of trains. I totally forgot when I was walking around at night the last time it rained. There was a girl in a red raincoat there, so I thought I'd chat her up. But when I got close to her...
Tell me, are you...
She suddenly started whispering to me. Got real creeped out, so I bolted. No, I'm seriously glad she didn't follow me. Thinking back on it, something was odd. It wasn't raining that hard, but she was the only one who was soaked from head to toe. Later I realized that raincoat was probably soaked with blood. Blah, 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 blah. Well, definitely sounds interesting, Machida. Well, that's all I was told.
I'm sorry, but I must say that sounds like a simple ghost story. The rainy shopping district and the red raincoat, rather suspicious.
Machida ignores Tsukasa, looking straight at me instead. It's enough to make me concerned. I'll leave the rest to you, Sheeran. So yourself! You're coming with me. Well, I mean, you're coming with me. You involve me, you're coming with. I'm bogged down with my other cases. I don't have time to spare. It's your fault that the old lady brought this to me, so you need to take responsibility. But...
Come on, you can help him out a little. I'll help too. The editorial department might have some info on a case like this. And your investigations need an assistant, right? Did you learn nothing, Miss Moe? Isn't this what put you in danger last time?
Last time? Those words draw my eyes immediately to a certain spot. She's not here anymore. Same thing won't happen. It can't. But somewhere deep in my heart, I'm anxious. It does sound like the symptoms of, death mark people and stuff. They come back, they start losing their memories, so their heads are all messed up, right? and all that, and then they mysteriously die. Mysteriously. Anywho. Somewhere deep in my heart, I'm anxious. Could the spirit be its own individual thing, or is Mary actually affecting it again? Don't work yourself up. It's most likely that it's just a lie. Bunch of it sounds like it was made up. That's why it's such a pain to have an absurd request like this brought to me. Mashida's right. It's likely the whole story was made up. If I had to point out anything concerning about it, it's pretty detailed for just a rumor. And it leaves the same kind of impression as rumors of real spirits. But it's better to be safe than sorry. If it does end up true, then we need to act now, yeah? Okay, I'll do it.
I hoped you'd say that. We better get ready.
No, I'm going alone.
What? No way. That's not fair.
I knew she'd complain, but I can't put her in harm's way. Not again. Listen, Moe, I need you to search for info. I've got no way to research these rumors, but you have access to a lot more than me. Use your position and gather information.
I really hate sitting out and watching you do everything. But if that's how I can help best, then that's what I'll do this time. If you find anything out, though, tell me, okay?
I promise. It's settled. Mashida takes out a notebook and rips out a page and hands it to me. The address of the hotel, Masquerade. It's abandoned now, though. Meet there at 8 tomorrow night. 8 p.m.? I have to go at a specific time? The client set the time. The old lady said she'd call in help, so it's probably a scheduling thing. I don't have to handle this alone, then. So, new friend? New members? Alright, plus this is Yasuka. I'm sure she has some kind of plan in mind, or is it just saying that Yasuka is going to be showing up then? Well then, I need to get to my other cases. Mashida turns on his heel and vanishes out the front door. But he's just as suddenly back. What's wrong? Weren't you leaving? Nothing. Just realized it's a little late for kids to be wandering around outside. You're going to escort him home? Mashida calls out to the other two. Hey, you two. I'll drive you back. So hurry up and get in the car. Oh, you're such a good soul.
Oh, is that okay? Then I'll take you up on that. I agree. It's pretty late. Sorry to trouble you. Well then, mister, we'll be going.
Goodbye. Have a safe drive. The rhythmic ticking of the grandfather clock echoes through the hall. How long has it been since those three went home? I sit and mull over what Mashida told me. I have a bad feeling about this. Which is a perfect feeling for us. It's perfectly reasonable to believe it's just rumors, as a normal case even. But the more I think about it, the more I'm doubting it. I avert my eyes from the sofa. Why don't you just burn the sofa? I silently ask its absent master a question, but of course there's no way she'd reply. The next evening... What was the question? I get ready and leave my room with heavy steps. Give me one sec. Yeah, right? Anyway, I get ready and leave my room with heavy steps. The clock says it's 6 on the dot. It's still early for the meetup time. I guess unconsciously I'm a little impatient. I'm already ready. There's no reason to wait here at the mansion. Guess I'll go. I'll just kill time there if I'm early. I'll learn the truth in and out. It'll be quick. I turned the car key. And my mood improved. Somewhat. New info was added to the spirit file. Rumors of Red Riding Hood. Alright. But I think this will probably... There are no mark bearers to choose from, of course. Be it for today. Our power is 9, our intelligence is 10, and spirit power 9, X-ray 11. I feel like our power might have gone up. I don't know, it's been a while since I looked at our stats. So I don't think you can actually improve, though. Red Riding Hood. One day, as summer comes to an end, Moe and Tsukasa suddenly come to visit. As we're catching up, another former mark bearer appears. It's Mashida. Before our surprise can even settle in, he starts telling us about a request that the fortune teller Tawaka Yasuka brought to him. There's a ghost story that takes place on the hotel street in K-City. A young girl wearing a red raincoat appears on rainy days, and anyone who enters the hotel with her ends up missing. Even worse, they're later discovered to have gone insane and tragically ending their lives. That's a dark rumor swirling around K-City. Mashita makes me investigate the rumors because he's pissed. I told Yusuke about his office. Moe gets excited. I'm sorry, her name is just so hard for me. Gets excited about the occult, but I can't get her involved again, so I asked her to gather info for me while I visit the hotel in question. Masquerade alone. Mashita thinks the whole mess is bull, but for some reason I'm uneasy. Maybe it's just my imagination. Except I doubt it. I'm sure it's all perfectly legit, Eddie boy. I do want to know what his silent question was. If she is involved, what could be done about it, if it was an actual spirit, something like that, I'm sure. All that. It's a shame. She was really a kind of mentor figure to us for a bit there, and then, you know, it just comes crashing down. But I'm excited. We get to squeeze at least one more chapter out of this whole thing. And stuff, and her design looks cool. Although I'm looking at the box art again, and I guess it could be stained with blood. It doesn't really look like the way they have her drawn here. She's dripping wet or anything. There's just some puddles on the ground, and the raincoat is like all red. I'm sure we'll see her eventually and stuff, and you can see for yourself, but she is missing one shoe in the picture. And she's just kind of leaning against the door. So are we meant to believe that she was a prostitute or something? Because that's kind of the whole point with the love hotels, is they're a place for people to go and bang and all that. And I'm guessing probably a prostitute by the way they were talking about her. Like trying to hit people up to go to the hotel with her. Or something like that. I don't know. This is probably going to get dark if we're dealing with more sexual shit, but hey, it's not like the game's a stranger to that, right? Seriously, it does kind of bother me though, some of the stuff that goes on with this one. Because the more I think about it, the more it's like I really don't understand why they went through the trouble of sexualizing all these different victims. That I think the only, because it's weird for them to have like, oh, you know, look at this woman being like sexually assaulted by thorns and vine roses and all that, and then like 2 chapters late, oh, and then the one after that is all like, look at this woman's tits bursting out of her shirt and she's covered in honey and holes drilled into her, and then, you know, like, I think it was chapter 3 was Hanayome, right? It's all like, oh, this tragic tale of a woman who was raped and all the horror that went into it that caused her to commit suicide. They didn't sexualize her, which was great. That was very smart of them, but it feels weird that the rest of the chapters, because Mizu, hers was, yeah, no, Mizu had Hiro naked, never mind that. And so when she was a victim of Mizu, and then Mizu was sexualized herself because, you know, she had her tits popping out even though she had a pig head, and well, nope, because, yeah, that wasn't the only thing. The python was also clearly doing something under the skirt, but, you know, it's weird. It's weird. And then Cannon Soldier, that was another one. She's in, like, freaking bondage stuff as they're cutting her to bits. I don't know how to feel about those and stuff, because it's, I guess it's supposed to be horrifying and it's supposed to be disgusting, but then at the same time, the obsession with it and the constant use of it kind of feels like they're fetishizing it, and I don't know how I feel about all that. It feels off. It feels wrong. What else? Good ending though, was very happy. It's kind of what, I don't know if I was expecting more to it than that, but like we put Mary to temporary rest and everything with it. I'm happy that we get to see all of our little peeps again. All of that. We have, you know, everybody's coming by, everybody's still staying in contact, everybody's still kind of connected by this shared horrible experience brought about by this evil doll. Everything, so it's weirdly pleasant. I'm kind of curious, though, how the next game for this series is going to go. Because I found out recently that there is a second game and all that. I don't think it's a direct sequel or anything, because with this one, it has 2 titles. It has the Death Mark, which is, you know, what's written on all my stuff, but apparently there are some places that also call it Spirit Hunter Death Mark. And then this next game is supposed to be Spirit Hunter NG, which I don't know what the NG stands for. We just like using letters around here, I guess. And it doesn't look like the same protagonist on the cover, but, you know, it's supposed to be Spirit Hunter stuff. They're supposed to be connected somehow. So I'm wondering if it's going to involve Mary more, or if we're going to see a completely different plot line and it's just kind of set in the same universe or something. But we'll have to figure that out when I track down that game. It might be on PS4 Network, who knows, but not Network Store. But I'll, you know, have to figure that one out eventually. I think I'm going to play some other stuff first before I go after it, but we still have to get through this entire, you know, extra little bonus DLC before we can do any of that. And I am curious about this ghost, so we will do that next time. So until then, like and subscribe if you want to, and thank you for watching.